I'm really worried about the WWE right now. What's up, everybody? It's Grim, and I want you guys right now to razor's edge that like button. The Grimster needs the likes to stay alive. And I want you to subscribe, and I want you to tap the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a Grimster upload, because we have so much to talk about, you guys! WWE could be dead! WWE could be sold to Saudi Arabia? That's what we all thought. So I'm recording this video right now, evening, January 11th, 2023. But last night was one of the worst nights in the history of our sport. I didn't sleep, bro. I was stressed out of my mind at the thought that WWE had been sold to Saudi Arabia. Do you have any idea what this would mean for the world of professional wrestling? Is WWE just going to get moved completely overseas? Are the women going to be completely... I don't know what goes on in Saudi Arabia. I'm not familiar with the country or the culture, and I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't ever want to hate anybody or say anything bad. But this is WWE. You can't just have it owned by... What the hell, bro? We can't just have the WWE owned by the Saudi Arabian people that wanted to book the Ultimate Warrior. If you guys didn't know that, WWE does these crown jewel shows overseas. Okay, cool. They're awesome. I like the big super shows. I do. And I'm glad that the talent and the WWE is making a lot of money doing it. But they're like, we want Ultimate Warrior. Saudi Arabia literally said this. They said, we want Yokozuna. These men have passed on. Too stupid. Saudi Arabia wants to book them? They don't have a flying clue as to what the hell's happening. They just see big names. They'd be the biggest money marks that have ever existed. Could you guys imagine how bad WWE be? Would you guys even still watch it? Let me know in the comments below. Let's do a poll. Would you still watch WWE if it was owned by Saudi Arabia Public Infantry Fund or whatever was going to buy it? Let me know in the comments below. Write it right now. I'm going to tell you what I think. Yes, I would still watch to see what the hell's going to happen. I would think this would be the most interesting time that's ever been. This is the most monumental time in the history of our sport to be a wrestling fan. Do you understand that Vince McMahon has owned the WWE forever, and he might not? We thought he did it. All right, so let's take this back a minute, because the history leading up to this is wild. As we all know, a couple months ago, McMahon got removed from power. Actually, he retired on his own before he was removed from power. Why do you gotta have accusations of being a perv, Vince? So his ass is out, okay? They get rid of him. Triple H is taken over. Stephanie McMahon returns from a leave of absence to be co-CEO with Nick Khan. A couple months go by, things have been good. WWE's been great lately, hasn't it? I've been loving it. And then what happens? Vince puddles his way back, somehow, some way, into the WWE board of directors because it's a publicly traded company. And Vince is back, and then a bunch of people quit, and then he's elected to chairman again. So Vince is just back. The only thing he's not done yet is take over creative from the beak of Triple H. Let's hope he does it. But then, yesterday, Stephanie McMahon announces that she quit the company. Bye, Steph. Where are you going? Why are you leaving us? She said she wanted to resume her leave of absence, and not only that, but leave for good. She's gone, so she knows something. Which is why, when this one person leaked last night that the WWE had been sold to Saudi Arabia, everybody bought it hook, line, and sinker. Shame on the media. Not Sean Ross Sapp, because he didn't say a goddamn word. He said all the time. And I listen to him, Sean Ross Sapp, he's a friend of mine, first of all. Second of all, he said, guys, I got no confirmation on this. Guys, I'm seeing what you're seeing, but nobody's told me anything about this. Guys, let's wait a minute for some confirmation. The man said it 100 times, and he's, to me, one of the top guys right now in journalism, that I would trust. I don't think he put out something that wasn't true. Purposely. You know what I'm saying? He would want to be verified. At least somebody important told him that it was true. He'll put it out there. Doesn't always happen, but we get it. At least he was trying to be verified, in my opinion. That means something. And then today, this morning, it comes out that it's not true. Yay! Thanks for this sleepless night, Twitter. Thank you for an anxiety attack that nearly I don't want to say it killed me, but I did not feel well last night. I was really upset, okay? Could you imagine taking WWE away from a man like me? Can you imagine taking away wrestling? Like, what's going to happen? Is Saudi Arabia going to buy WWE and nothing changes? Triple H stays in charge and it's just the same, just owned by Saudi Arabia? Maybe. Maybe everything changes. I mean, could you imagine they bring back a new Universal title, that green belt we seen in the Royal Rumble? Could you imagine Mansoor winning the Royal Rumble? Could you imagine the women having to wear those Spider-Man space outfits that they wear when they wrestle in Saudi Arabia? Like, who knows? And I can't verify any of this, but of course the internet's saying that talent is not happy. That talent might walk out. We're talking talent like Sami Zayn. We know he's not even welcome in Saudi Arabia. Maybe they don't want him. Maybe they're going to say, get rid of that Sami Zayn. You know, Kevin Owens ain't going to stand for that crap. Most of the women, like, what's going to happen about WWE if Saudi Arabia buys it? Thank God that's not the case as of right now. But what is happening right now? Breaking news. They're trying to get dumbass Vince off this board. The lawsuit has just been filed. A shareholder has sued Vince McMahon in Delaware's Chancery Court. I don't know what a Chancery Court is, but let's keep reading to find out. Accusing him of wielding his 81% voting control to oust 3 board members. This is an ultimate heel move. Remember when Vince sat in the chair like this and spun around and showed the NWO and said, I'm injecting a lethal dose of poison. If anybody's going to kill my creation, the WWE, it's going to be me. He replaced these people with loyalists to push through bylaw changes which would impose his will on the board and the WWE. He's back, baby! Vince just comes right in and takes right over. You know, other things that Saudi Arabia might try to do, they might try to be like, bring back The Undertaker. Bring back Shawn Michaels. They brought Shawn Michaels back once, remember? Imagine they bring back The Undertaker to feud with Bray Wyatt as The Fiend. They're like, nah, we don't want this Uncle Harry stuff. Give us The Fiend versus The Undertaker. You guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think is going to happen here? Would you guys rather see Mickey Mouse cash in? Cash in Money in the Bank? Mickey Mouse. Disney buys WWE. And then just think, we can have WrestleMania Land. And we can go on like, you know, the Randy Orton Viper coaster. Could you imagine? The Alexa Bliss Express. You know, the Lex Express. We have a bus ride. Could you imagine the Razor's Edge roller coaster? There'd be so many cool rides. The Firefly Funhouse. So many cool possibilities with a WWE theme park. WWE Land in Disney. I love that. Paramount, Peacock. Any of these people could purchase it, but don't let it go to Saudi Arabia. And people are like, well, Grim, a lot of other things have Saudi Arabian investments. I'm not worried about that. I don't care if Saudi Arabia invests in EA games and invests in Twitter and invests in whatever. That's fine. I'm not racist against Saudi Arabian people. I know that their government does horrible things. So does America's government. Countries do horrible shit. That's not my issue. I'm not sitting here going to talk politics or whatever. I'm worried about the fact that the people that run Saudi Arabia might want to run WWE a whole hell of a lot differently, and we don't know what their intentions are, but we do know is that they're bidding for it. We do know they want it, and we do know they got the most bucks, man. And if they got all the money, guess where WWE's gonna go? Overseas to Saudi Arabia. You have no idea. I was up all night long, tossing and turning in my bed, wondering what's going to happen with the demise of WWE. All right, let's say for shits and giggles. Let's say, hypothetically speaking here, Saudi Arabia buys WWE, 25% of you stop watching. You're like, nope, Saudi Arabia owns WWE, I don't care no more. They got rid of Triple H, Vince is back in charge, I'm out. 75% of the business right off the bat, right? And then the product sucks because they're bringing back Goldberg and putting the title on them. And people are just like, I'm done with this. They lose another 50% of the market share. You guys don't understand. And I'm not trying to trash on AEW or Impact or TNA or the Indies. But WWE is what keeps pro wrestling relevant, okay? It's what keeps it mainstream. It's what keeps it in people's thoughts and minds, and Roman Reigns' and John Cena's. And I'm sorry, I love Kenny Omega. He's a fantastic wrestler, but he is not mainstream. Nobody really in AEW right now is mainstream. Like, they try to bring a celeb in once in a while, but WWE keeps wrestling relevant, okay? People go to the indie shows because, like, former WWE star, the Boogeyman. We're having, at SWF this weekend, former WWE star, Enzo Amore. It's the reason a lot of people watch my show, GTS Wrestling, because we do parodies of WWE. You know, we come up in the search results. I have the belts. They look like WWE belts, but GTS belts. You know, people are like, whoa, this is like their own WWE, which is why we do it and why I want people to check out GTS. And one of the reasons why I think it's very popular, because it's like our own version of WWE. You know, and then we do AEW stuff too, because we want it to be like our own version of AEW. And AEW is awesome, but they're very niche, okay? They cater to us, the hardcore wrestling fans, which is why I love it. But they ain't going out there getting casuals. They ain't going out there making new fans. And as much as you AEW loyalists want to argue with that, they're not. I love it. I love AEW, but they're not, okay? WWE at least tries to bring in like Logan Paul fans and Bad Bunny fans. You think it's dumb, but that's what they're doing, keeping the business relevant. WWE's not going to be here no more. Could AEW take over the reins and be huge? Sure. Could they also fail and wrestling just becomes completely irrelevant? Like one of those weird things like nobody ever talks about that just happens behind closed doors, kind of like dinosaur wrestling. Look, nobody's there, but this is cool. What's going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen with this? Let me know down in the comments below. I love the comments. I read the comments, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. So please, let's talk about it. Guys, stay tuned here. We have shoot interviews coming up on GTS Wrestling. Vince Series, Jungle Jim, Era Spiral, Ivy Platinum, myself, Doo-Hop, Flash Carter. We're going to sit down and we're going to get to the bottom of a lot of what's going on in GTS Wrestling. And one of the biggest shoot interviews, one of the most explosive ones, because they are already recorded, Mike Goldstein. You guys, don't miss what's coming up next right here on GTS Wrestling. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Eat it, yeah.